The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had
Well, Coach, no precipitation to speak of, but still a very chilly December day in Philly. Winter coats and hot chocolate abound here at Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a handoff looking right. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Not the start they were looking for offensively, coming off that loss last week on the road.
And they didn't do their job. They're going to feel poorly about that. But what they're going to do is look at the defense and say, can you pick us up here? And let's face it, defenses can score. We've seen it, right? They take the ball away, create a big-time opportunity. Let's see if they can get that done.
Yeah, just something to jumpstart this home crowd. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
50. Hey, high 7.
Now Roethlisberger. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now they try the right side here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. Shifts by him. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll run on first down. It's Evans. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Rush in. Mike 3. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's just me and you.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Evans. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, let's go. Get ready. Whirl. No spacing. Mike 51. Oh, here we go. Oh. Hey, Alpha.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And able to find Green. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 24 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Finding Green, complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Eluding the pressure, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's a fumble, and the Eagles have recovered. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
180. 51 to Mike. Hey, watch the screen.
This time, Roethlisberger will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A.J. Green with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. He may try. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And look at this, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. That'll be caught by Rodgers. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Roethlisberger now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Kill. 8! 51, Mike! Middle! 51! Watch the run! Black is run!
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff looking right. He's got the first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Black 20. Black 51. I'm here all day.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Play action. It's Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
180. 50. We want it. Come to my work. These 2. Switch. 51 the mark. Alert, alert.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
4 down. Watch twitch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this third quarter.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. They didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Tackle made that time by Michael Johnson. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You can have the first one for the second one to even matter.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 11, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And able to find Kirk complete. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
Ready? Black 5! 51 to Mike! I got one!
Here's Roethlisberger. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way gun. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Roethlisberger going to throw it. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. moving back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to